Scotty boy. Oh, my precious adopted father, Scott Casey Gale. Scooter St. William, you have been a bad boy. You have been a very bad boy. You broke the shadow rules, and you know what happens when you decide to be a bad boy and break the shadow rules. You have to sit on my lap. And that's exactly what you're going to do on this upcoming episode of Revolution Impact. Hello, MWS Universe. This is your MWS Board of Directors Chairman, your MWS co owner, one half of the MWS Tag Team Champions, along with the Chief of Staff. Someone asked me, Iowa, the current MWS Hardcore Champion. And then this is your MWS World Heavyweight Champion, Mischief Mikey Miller. And as you can see, I am here to address my father, Scott Casey Gale, who I will be defending my World Heavyweight title in a rematch this coming Sunday, May 24th, at the Memorial Day Massacre pay-per-view in the main event in the confines of a steel cage, which will also be the 1 year anniversary of when Scott Casey Gale adopted me as his first son. And I've got a lot to address. So, Scott Kisegeo claims he is going to defeat me and walk out the World Heavyweight Champion this coming Sunday at the Memorial Day Massacre pay-per-view. Well, guess what, Scott? I got 3 words to say to that. In your dreams. Because there is absolutely no way in hell that's going to happen. Because it's going to be me that's going to walk out still the MWS World Heavyweight Champion. And also, I will be doing double duty this coming Sunday, May 24th, at the Memorial Day Massacre pay-per-view. When me and the Chief of Staff, someone asked me Iowa, IRA, not Iowa, well, Mr. AI mode, but Iowa. Yeah, we're going to be defending our MWS Tag Team Champions in the opening match and a rematch against the former MWS Tag Team Champions Jay Lawson and Noah Higgins from Man Studios. That's right, and it's going to be it's going to be a tag team last man standing match. That's right. Me and Iowa are going to defend our MWS Tag Team Championships against Jay Lawson and Noah Higgins from Man Studios. And we're going to be victorious because my little brother, Jaden Miller, the current MWS United States Champion, Intercontinental Champion, Mr. Double Champion, the MWS Director of Operations has decided to book a rematch. Well, we accept. But guess what, Jaden Miller? We're going to walk out still the MWS Tag Team Champions, me and Iowa. And that's not a promise, that's a guarantee. And when I, Mikey, guarantee something, it always comes true. And so that is something you can take to the bank. And I'm going to address Jaden Miller. Jaden Miller, who the heck do you think you are to go on the little mahogany chair, make Scott Kisegeo sitting on your lap, and won over our beloved Assistant General Manager Paul Heyman? Why would you do such a thing, Jaden Miller? Huh? I would like to know why you did that to Paul Heyman. Because speaking of that, Paul Heyman is pressing charges and he is fining you $2,000 for assault and battery. Not only is he fining you, Jaden Miller, he is also fining Scott Kisegeo for RKOing him for no apparent reason whatsoever. And you got to this coming Friday to pay your fine. Both of your boys. Now back to Scott Kisegeo. Speaking of lap sitting, Jaden Miller made you sit on his lap this past Friday on Revolution Impact because he wanted to give you some tough love, a little wake up call, and then he challenged you to a match for both his titles, and it was a great match. Jaden defended his United States champion and his Intercontinental Championship, and he defeated you, Scott Gale, fair and square. Your second adopted son. Well, now that I already addressed Jaden Miller, back to you, Scott Gale. If you think you're gonna defeat me in the steel cage match, you got another thing coming. Cause I promise you, I will either pin you, make you submit, or I will be the first person to exit the steel cage. And I promise you, and I guarantee you, whoop, there goes that word again. I guarantee you, Scott Gale, I will walk out Memorial Day Massacre, still the NWS World Heavyweight Champion. And you can bank on that, Scott Gale. And someone asked me Iowa. Yes, someone asked me Iowa. IRA. Someone asked me Iowa will once again be the special guest referee. That's right. He will be once again be the special guest referee. Since he did such a fair and square job at Revolution Mania 10, he's gonna once again call the match down the middle as he sees fit. That's right, Scott Gill. Someone asked me Iowa is gonna be a fair and square referee, and but you don't need to worry about him checking your pockets for illegal objects because any object is definitely legal. But that doesn't mean you're gonna win, Scott Skill. You claim you're gonna hit me with every single weapon you get your hands on, and you claim there's gonna be bloodshed, and it's not gonna be yours. That's where you are sadly mistaken, Scott Skill, because the bloodshed isn't just gonna be mine, it's gonna be yours too. We're both gonna bleed because that's what brutal steel cage matches are all about. And I'm gonna show you what exactly happens, Scott Gale, when you tick me off. Because you ticked me off. You know the rules in the 50-50 ownership contract. You have to sit on my lap on every episode of Revolution Impact and at every pay-per-view. Scott Gale, that is in the contract. And if you misbehave, you not only do you have to sit on my lap, but you have to sit on Ira's lap as well. Scott Gale. And I see exactly what Jaden Miller is doing. Jaden Miller is one-upping me. Yeah, my little brother, my little goody two-shoes brother, Jaden Miller from Darman Studios, is one-upping me. He's trying to stick it to me because I make you sit on my lap. I want to make you sit on his lap. And now Jaden makes you sit on his lap. Well, he may Jaden may make you sit in his lap on special occasions, but I'm the one, and I was the one that makes you sit on our laps at like I said, at every MWS Revolution Impact, Scott Gale. So, Scott Gale, I will not only will I see you this coming Friday at Revolution Impact, but I will see you in the confines of a steel cage this coming Sunday at the Memorial Day Massacre pay-per-view. And as I said, I promise you and I guarantee you that I, Mischief Mikey Miller, will walk out still the NWS World Heavyweight Champion. And that's a guarantee that you can take to the bank. Because whenever Mischief Mikey Miller guarantees you something, it always comes true and it never disappoints. At Scott Gale, I am going to punish you severely inside that steel cage match. And you're going to completely bleed all over the place. And I'm going to leave, and in your own words, as you always say, I'm going to leave you in a pool of your own blood. And if you put your hands on someone asking me, I will dis I will have you. Well, I'm not going to disqualify you because there's no disqualifications inside a steel cage. But if you put your hands on someone asks me Iowa, then you will be thrown out of the building and arrested on the spot. So if you put your hands on Iowa inside the steel cage match, the match will be stopped, and I will win the match. Yes, if let me give it to you quite clearly. Let me say it to you quite clearly and explain it to you, Scott Casey Gale. If you decide to put your hands on someone ask me Iowa inside the steel cage match, then then the match will be stopped, and I will be awarded still the winner and still the MWS World Heavyweight Champion. So if you don't want that to happen, Scott Casey, then you will not. And the key word is you will not put your hands on someone ask me Iowa. Do I make myself clear, boy? You better take my warning into heed. You better heed my warning very clearly, or you won't like how it ends for you, Scott Casey Gale. I've defeated you before, and I could defeat you again. It seems like every time I get in the ring with you, I'm always victorious, even in tag team matches and one-on-one matches and in tag team matches. So there's no way in hell, Scott Gale, that you can beat me. Because I'm going to beat you this coming Thursday. I'm going to beat you this coming Sunday at the Memorial Day Massacre pay-per-view. So you better think, Scott Gale, you better think before making any more mistakes because I own you, Scott Gale. The 50-50 contract that we share guarantees that I own you and I can punish you anytime I see fit. If I want to put you over and you say, oh, you're going to put me and Iowa over your knee, you say you have a good mind to put me and Iowa over your knee and give us a good solid spanking. No, 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 Scott. That's not the way it works. It's the other way around. I, Mischief Mikey Miller, have a good mind to put you over my knee and give you a good solid spanking. So you better stop misbehaving, Scott Gale. You better stop running your mouth about me, or I'm bending you over my knee. So this coming Sunday at Memorial Day Massacre pay-per-view is going to be one hell of a steel cage match. Oh, and by the way, Scott Gale, it's Memorial Day Massacre 2026, not Memorial Day Massacre 2006. Man, you're 47 years old. Your age must be really getting to you, Scott Gale. So I will end it with this. Scott Gale, be prepared to lose again to me this coming Sunday at the Memorial Day Massacre pay-per-view. This is your MWS Director of Operations, your MWS co-owner, one half of the MWS Tag Team Champions, and your World Heavyweight Champion, Mischief Mikey Miller, signing off. Have a good day.